Discipline is not motivation. Motivation is a spark. It burns fast and dies faster. Discipline is the cold engine that runs when the spark is gone. It is what wakes you at 4 a.m. when your body is screaming to stay down. It is the invisible chain you place on your own throat, not because someone forces you, but because you. The weak man reacts. The powerful man responds. There is a war inside you every single day between the animal that wants to scream, lash out, crumble, and the architect who watches everything from above. Emotional control is not suppression, it is selection. You feel everything. You just choose what gets your energy. There will come a moment, and it will come more than once, where the room collapses. People panic, voices rise, logic dies. And in that exact second, while everyone around you is drowning in their own adrenaline, you will be the one who breathes, who slows down, who sees clearly. This is not courage. The average mind touches 100 things and finishes nothing. The elite mind touches one thing and breaks through it completely. Focus is not about trying harder. It is about eliminating everything that does not matter, ruthlessly, surgically, without guilt. Your phone, their opinions, the news. You will be broken. Understand that now. Not maybe, not if you are unlucky. You will be broken. The question is not whether you fall, it is what you are made of when you do. Resilience is the skeleton beneath the skin. You cannot see it until everything else has been stripped away. It is forged in the moments you wanted to quit and did not. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is a language, and most people never learn to read it. They run from it, medicate it, distract themselves until it fades. But the elite sit with it. They ask it questions. What are you here to teach me? What weakness are you exposing? What door are you guarding? Every ounce of suffering. Comfort is the slowest form of death. It does not kill the body, it kills the will. Every convenience you cling to is a muscle that atrophies. The cold shower you avoid, the conversation you dodge, the project you delay because it scares you. These are not neutral choices, they are retreat. The elite walk directly into. The world is obsessed with speed. Fast results, instant answers, immediate gratification. And that obsession creates a generation of people who can start everything and finish nothing. Patience is the weapon they will never understand. It is the ability to plant a seed today, knowing that the tree will not shade you for a decade. Everyone wants the reward. Nobody wants the wait. That is your edge. While they grab the first thing offered, you are building something they cannot see yet. Delayed gratification is the ability to starve in front of a feast, because you know the banquet behind the locked door is 1,000 times greater. It is choosing the decade over the weekend. This is the one they never put on a motivational poster. The boring work, the repetition, the spreadsheet, the 100th rep, the draft that nobody reads, the practice session with no audience. Every extraordinary result in human history was built on a mountain of ordinary effort. The people you admire, the ones at the top. While the world plans for the weekend, you plan for the decade. While they react to what is happening now, you are already positioning for what happens in 5 years. Long-term thinking is the ultimate unfair advantage. It makes you immune to panic, immune to trends, immune to the noise of people living inside a 48-hour window. You are playing a game. No is the most powerful word you will ever learn to use, and the hardest. Because the world is designed to make you say yes. Yes to their timeline. Yes to their agenda. Yes to obligations that drain you and opportunities that distract you. Every yes you give to something that does not align with your purpose is a no to the thing. Your mind is not a landfill, it is a laboratory, and every piece of information you consume becomes part of the equation. Garbage in, garbage out. This is not a cliché, it is neuroscience. The news cycle is engineered to trigger fear. Social media is designed to trigger comparison. Entertainment is calibrated to steal your focus. The noise of the world will consume every thought you have if you let it. Solitude is the counterweight. It is not loneliness. Loneliness is a wound. Solitude is a weapon. It is the practice of being alone with your own mind and finding that it is enough. The elite withdraw strategically. They sit in silence not because they have nothing. The loudest person in the room is rarely the most dangerous one. The most dangerous one is the person who has been watching. Observing without speaking is an act of intelligence gathering. While others perform, you collect. You notice who reacts emotionally and who calculates. You see who needs to be seen and who operates from the shadow. Most people do not listen. They wait. They wait for their turn to speak, rehearsing their response while the other person is still talking. The elite do the opposite. They listen with their entire being, not just the words, but the tone, the rhythm, the pauses, the things that are not being said. Active listening is a. You do not owe the world a justification for your choices, not your silence, not your boundaries, not your direction. The compulsion to explain yourself is a sign that you still seek validation from people who have no stake in your outcome. The elite move without narration. They change direction without press conferences. They cut people off. A thought that is not written down is a prisoner of the moment. It exists once and vanishes. The elite write things down, not because they have bad memories, but because writing is the act of converting chaos into structure. When you write your goals, they become contracts. When you write your plans, they become maps. The school system gave you a curriculum designed to produce employees. Your real education begins the moment you take it into your own hands. Self-education is the deliberate act of building a mind that no institution can match. You read what others skip. You study industries you do not work in. You learn skills that have no immediate pay. The desperate networker walks into a room and asks, "What can you do for me?" The elite networker walks in and demonstrates, "This is what I bring." Networking without begging means you never position yourself below someone else's table waiting for scraps. You build something valuable first, then the connections come to you. The final skill, the one that holds everything together. Adaptability. The world does not care about your plan. It will change. The market will shift. People will betray you. Systems will collapse. And in that moment, the rigid mind shatters, but the adaptive mind reshapes. This is not about being soft. It is about being indestructible.